Hello beautiful, welcome to another exciting video. Today we are going to put to the test brand new Dolce & Gabbana Bluberry Nutri Tint. This is a brand new skin tint and I am actually really excited about this one because, as you may know, when it comes to coverage, I do like for my skin to be, especially for the everyday makeup, but even when I'm filming, I do love my skin to breathe and to apply something that is not heavy. This comes in this type of a bottle and it is actually 30 milliliters, which, considering is skin tint, if I compare this, for example, to the Dior Backstage foundation, this one has 50 milliliters. Because when we talk about foundations or bases that are super sheer and liquidy, they are supposed to have more product in it rather than some regular foundations, classic foundations that are even lower in coverage, but they're just not being labeled as a skin tint or as face and body foundations. Anyways, this one has 12 months shelf life, made in Italy, and also it does come with a bottle that you can actually squeeze, and that's how the product comes out. This one has been priced for $52, and considering it's Dolce Gabbana, it's not that expensive. To be honest, I was expecting prices like Tom Ford or something like that. Let me just show you the box that it came in. I was kind of shocked seeing that. This is foundation. And this is the box that it came in. I was like, oh my god, what did I order? Anyways, when you open it, it comes in this luxurious bag. By the way, I did order mine directly from Italy, from Dolce & Gabbana website, and I don't know how to put this again on the box, but it was really beautifully wrapped around this box, this bow right here. And when you take it off, you do get your receipt in this gorgeous packaging. And then when you open it, it's somewhere in here. So this is the packaging that it came with. If anything, it is safe within all this environment. It's not going to break or something. The box is really sturdy. One thing that I wanted to say, this is so much convenient when it comes to travel, for example, because this is all actually, this is plastic. And when you compare, for example, Prada foundation or, I don't know, any other foundation, for example, besides the plastic ones, some of them that I have, it is really convenient. Look how thin this is. First, what I wanted to see was, is this really 30 milliliters at least? Because when you open it, it doesn't look like we have 30 milliliters in here. Let's start with the application. So obviously, as every other foundation, you have to shake it well before you use it. This foundation cannot kind of stand on its own. Whenever you put it somewhere, you have to put it flat like this. It's not a pump, so I will have to make my own kind of a dosage to see what's going on. And because the tip of the applicator is kind of a round and it's easier and it's plastic, it's easier to clean everything, which is good for the maintenance, I'll say, definitely. Now, one side, let's go with the brush. My face has been hydrated as always. I'm not gonna use any primer or anything just because I wanna see this foundation working on its own. I'm using 3H, the Kabuki brush from Sigma. Loving this brush. But I will say, when it comes to undertone, this is 12N. At the moment, I could have went easily with 10N. That would be perfect for me. This one, however, is a bit deeper for me, but in a month, it's going to be matching me really well. So I was like, why would I pay for the foundation that it's not going to suit me in a month? And just remember, if obviously whenever, for the most part, you're using SPF on your face, you want to match the rest of your body. Your foundation may be even 2 or 3 shades darker. When you're using sheer skin tints, make sure to really get in there to apply a lot of the product so that you avoid any kind of spots that are peeking through, your skin is not looking even. This is supposed to give you 24-hour hydration Obviously, I'm not going to wear this foundation for 24 hours. I will wear it as much as I can today, you guys. It is looking really soft, really smooth. We'll see once I apply everything, the difference. What I do love about this undertone, first when I tried it, for me, I felt like it's a little bit leaning a little bit towards yellow. But this one actually does have maybe even that a little bit olive-y undertone. It is neutral, which is going to be great considering I'm really red in my face, you guys. Yeah, once I am 1 or 2 shades darker, it's going to be amazing. Let me go. Once again, this one will, I don't know for how long it's going to last me, but again, what I mentioned in the beginning, this is a skin tint, and whenever you're having product that is so sheer, I'm assuming that you can even cover the rest of your body with this. When we talk about, not only when we talk about your neck, but even when your shoulders are, you know, open and your chest area and everything, you need a lot of the product, a lot. My neck is the area that is the lightest, and everything will be visible right here if I don't cover it correctly. Around my nose area. You know what I think this will pair perfectly with when it comes to concealer is my Lancome new concealer from Lancome, my favorite concealer besides the Natasha Denona, which is having thicker and heavier, it's not heavy, but it's heavier formula, thicker formula than the Lancome one, which is perfecting your skin, and it's beautiful. But if I want an extra lightweight coverage, I'm going for Lancome. And the finish is just truly amazing. Let's see if this is perfecting your skin, and we'll talk about the nutrients and everything a little bit in a second. And also, you guys, as you could see, especially for the last year, brands are kind of giving their best to put as much as they can skincare ingredients in the foundations, in the concealers, everything that goes firsthand on your face. Kind of protect it and like give it a more natural ingredients that it's possible. Okay, this is, let me see up close. So with a brush, which obviously it has coverage, that is good, especially with the brush, you guys. You always get more coverage than if you are using Beauty Blender afterwards. If I would use it, which I usually do, or just apply it with the Beauty Blender. I will not apply this with my fingers, except for this area right here, because I do love to, I prefer to use my brushes or sponges or whatever that I am using. So just take a look at the difference, one side and the side with. Oh my god, this is looking amazing. This might be my new favorite. Technically it's not foundation, but it is skin tint. This might be my new favorite. My skin, oh my, you know what, let's just talk about this transparently. As you get older, or the more imperfections you have on your face, wherever it is, applying makeup, unfortunately, especially heavy makeup, because we need to cover something, it is noticeable, and for the most part it's not making your skin look better, it's just hiding imperfections. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your skin looks better. This, however, made my skin look better, and that is really rare when it comes to skin routine. I can wear extra heavy makeup around my eyes, but when it comes to my skin, I'm really concerned. I'm really picky when it comes to what I am going to put on my skin to not make it more cakey, drier. I have dry skin type, to not make me look older in the sense that my wrinkles will look more visible or whatever. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful, you guys. First impressions, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Wow. Let's just do the other side with the brush, and I'm so excited. Oh, I just hope the other products will layer beautifully with this. I don't know how this is going to wear. I hope I didn't get too excited just for the first impressions. I hope it's going to stay like this. Let's go. And once again, this is not my shade, but even because it's skin tint, it looks beautiful. Okay, usually I do not apply foundation, especially foundation liquid as this one is, directly with the sponge, because this, even if it's not expensive, let alone when it's expensive, your brush will soak so much product. So I just spread foundation like this, and then let's go. I'm using Sigma's Beauty Blender, and now once it's kind of soaked a little bit, I can go in, don't forget my ears, and I will go directly with the product. But usually my favorite way of applying foundation, you guys, is that I do apply it with the brush like this, and then I go additionally with the Beauty Blender to soak every product, because I do not want to have any excess product on my face when it comes to liquids. The tiniest bit of the excessive product either will crease on me, or potentially, depending on the product, can look patchy, and that is not what you want. Really liquid, as you can see. Let's apply more of the skin tint, a little bit of the product on my beauty blender. I will even cover my eyes a little bit on top of my eyebrows, and I will fix them later. But yeah, when it comes to this area right here, especially for the skin tint, I do want to use my brush, you guys, just to spread the product. And then I did use a lot of the product, so look at how much product do I have right now, even to spread it with my brush like this. This is only enough for my neck area. So I am guessing, you guys, especially if you're working with clients, this is not going to last you a long time. So considering it's a skin tint for the price of $52, we can't only talk about the amount of the product, but how much of the product you are using. Again, full coverage foundation, it's going to last you longer than product that is so liquid and sheer like this, which for me, you know what, honestly, it's fine, because if the product is good, if I discovered a new favorite product, honestly, I really don't care for the maybe extra 10 or 20, you know, or in a professional world, even $30, if I'm paying for something that is top notch. Because let's just be honest, sometimes we do pay full price for some products and they are not what they're supposed to be. Let's just give it a second to soak into my skin, and then we will do the comparison if there is any difference. This is probably not going to be transfer proof. We'll do the test as well. Also, I would love to do water resistant test, just so you know. It is getting pretty hot outside. I'm going to do for the rest of the day, running around doing my stuff or whatever I need to do. So I will do as much as I can when it comes to wear test. Do I see any difference? To be honest, usually I do prefer application with the Beauty Blender, but in this case I prefer the brush. It did amazing job, you guys. All in one. Usually I have 3 steps. Apply foundation with a smaller brush, then have the bigger brush, foundation brush to spread the product, and then additional product I soak in with the Beauty Blender. This, however, this brush did everything all in one. Once again, Sigma's 3D HD Kabuki brush. Highly recommend this one, because sometimes certain brushes will also pick up the product in a way that you can't access that product, or it will be too heavy when you spread it. This, however, does amazing job from A to Z when it comes to application of the product. This finish is luminous, so it's not gonna give you matte coverage. So if you are oily, I do not know at the moment how this will look on you, so you potentially will have to do extra powdering. For me, this is perfect. If you're having dry skin, you are going to love this formula 100%. Okay, do we see any difference with the brush? Sorry, with the sponge with the brush. And it's even giving me kind of a medium coverage, to be honest. And I didn't expect that from the skin tint. And however, this is just one application, but I did apply a lot of the product. Let's just be honest. You saw how much of the product did I use for each side of my face. But this is not what I expected from skin tint. Either way, I wouldn't go for the heavier coverage, just because if I do have to cover something on my face, I'll just use something to cover the certain spots, you know, and that's about it. I will finish off the rest of my face, but before I do that, I want to see how everything else will react. So if you want to hang out with me while I apply the rest of my face routine, be my guest. If not, I will see you later for the finished look and wear test. To cover any imperfections, I am going to use my Illamasqua corrector as usual in shade Emerge. And what I wanted to mention as well, I usually do this step before my foundation, but this time, you guys, because this is a testing video, I am doing this step after. I'm going to use my Sigma brush just to blend the corrector. What I did forget to do is to do something I also wanted to do is to do the transfer test to see if anything is coming off, especially this side with the brush. It did. And but by the way, I didn't use my beauty blender to take the excess off. It's nothing too crazy, but we do have transfer. So let me just do it now once again once the excess is off. Yeah, it's way less noticeable. Now for my concealer, the one that I was talking about is the new serum concealer from the Lancome, and I'm having this one. It's pretty dark. It's a 305 shade, and I tend to buy a lot of neutral, for me, neutral undertone concealers. Yeah, this one is way too dark, but it's so creamy and it's matching my skin perfectly. But for the concealer, we do need something lighter. So instead, what I'm going to do is to take the Makeup by Mario. This is in shade 180, his new Awakening concealer, and I am going to do this. And first I'm going just to dab to blend everything onto my skin, but what it's the easiest thing to do, you guys, just blend wherever the cream product you have, blend it prior to applying that onto your skin. It is much easier. Even the Natasha's, the one that I have, I do have pretty, for the most part, deeper shades of concealer. Reason being because I bought many of them during summer or after the last summertime, and I was pretty dark in my complexion, so I didn't purchase like 2 shades, which I should have actually. Like, when you think about it, if you know your shade when you are during the summertime and then the winter time, a lot of us tend to be different shades. Once again, using my Sigma blender, and just slowly take the any excess off. And this is pretty much as my skin tone. It's not deep or anything. Just going to apply right here a little bit of Makeup by Mario's concealer. This is a good concealer, but when it comes to texture, it's not my perfect texture for my skin. I'm not going to say this concealer is dry, looking dry on me, or feels dry, but it is a bit on the drier side for the dry skin type. At least that was my experience. But overall, the concealer on itself, it's good, you know, it's good. It's having good ingredients. Also love the undertone that I chose, love the shade range. Even when I was purchasing, I was kind of confused. That's one of the reasons why the shade that I picked was a bit lighter than I initially needed, but for now it's good. I will be using the new Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder. I picked up the shade Translucent, and this is the second time me trying this powder. I'm still in a testing phase, you guys, and if you didn't watch my video, I will link it later. This is how shade looks like. By the way, if you haven't watched my video, I'll just say that I'm still in the testing phase. Definitely did not happen what happened right now with this foundation. At least for the first impressions. Hopefully this will become my favorite, one of the favorite products the more I use it. I don't know. Let's see how this one looks. By the way, if you didn't know, my favorite pressed powder for now, still Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Pressed Powder. Cannot say enough good things about that one. Just wanted to set my under eye area first, and I will go into the contour. Let's grab Danessa Myricks Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette. Mirage is going to be my shade. Pomade, of course, for the contour. I feel like in this palette I do miss a little bit of one shade in between for the contour. But you know what, at the end it all comes good once I apply my liquid blush, and when I set everything, it turns out really good. Not going too heavy with the contour or anything. I still want, for today especially, I want to take for the focus to be on our product that we are testing today. I love that lightweight airbrush kind of feeling when it comes to today's look. It's going to be really lightweight. Another Groundwork palette from Danessa Myricks. Oh, they're really close. You know what, actually, I'm thinking, swatching, I'm gonna go in with my Pillow Talk from Dear Charlotte Tilbury for the liquid blush. But because this is such a sheer coverage when it comes to foundation, maybe, just maybe, oh, I have to do this before it sets, because this product sets. If you are having a products that are kind of heavier than your foundation, then take in consideration that it's better, see how it leaves spot, that it's better for you to mix your product, warm it up first, and then just go directly with your brush. Otherwise, potentially you can lift everything that is underneath, which is not a lot, because the coverage is almost like, almost you have none. You do have a coverage, but it's easier to remove it. Yeah, take the product on your brush, and then, by the way, loving this Pillow Talk from shade from the Charlotte. It's amazing. Now I'll take once again Hourglass pressed powder, and I will slowly start to set everything. Also pay attention that here's the fact, like, even if you have the most beautiful finish, texture, everything when it comes to liquid foundation, if you do apply powder foundation that's not matching everything that is underneath, it will ruin everything that was beautiful before, you know. It may leave your skin the way that you didn't want to, so just make sure that one is compatible with the other. I'm really in for that airbrushed lightweight finish. Now I will go with my Natasha Denona Hyper Natural Face Palette, and where's my brush? I will use the last two shades. I really love the texture of the blush and also of the bronzer, but you know what? When it comes to everything else in this palette, I didn't reach that much for the product. Just going to repeat everywhere where I applied my cream contour. Let me use my favorite blush, and that is Nude Exposure from the Hourglass. I'm really loving that one. Also for the highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath. Forgot which one this is. Golden Moonlight. Okay, so here is how everything looks like, minus my eyebrows and also my lips. I'm not going to do my eyes today. I do have a highlighter and everything. I did wanted to see also how this foundation wears with everything else that we have. So I will finish off everything off the camera, and I will be back later with my check-in. First check-in, and it has been more than 3 hours since this foundation has been applied to my skin, and so far it looks great. What I can tell you right away, that this is not one of your long wear foundations to have, or full coverage as we can expect from skin tint, right? What you can do to maximize the coverage is with other products that you potentially can use on top of it, this product. However, this leaves your skin so beautiful, breathable. It's like I'm not wearing makeup, how lightweight this is. Also, what I'm going to say, that Hourglass foundation now looks even better on top of this than on some other heavier foundations. Now, the reason for that is that, also what I mentioned, you need to know how to pair certain products. For example, let's just say that because of the texture of this powder, because it is supposed to be like airbrushed powder and everything, it's not necessary that this is going to give its best 100% just on any foundation. So it may be logical that this one works amazing on something that is suitable for this, and that is this skin tint, or some face and body foundations, or some foundation that has like really lightweight sheer consistency that will match this powder perfectly. That can be the case either way. This powder works better now on this foundation than the previous one that I tried. That doesn't necessarily mean that the other foundation is bad or something. It's just really important how you pair certain products, like I said. I do not feel like this is going to last me all day, or that this will be one of those foundations that's going to stay with you throughout the day, but it is something that I really, really love for my skin to feel breathable. That is just my guess, but I'm not sure obviously until this is done. And I will also will try and test this again, and to have a little bit more in depth once I am more familiar with this product. Also, what is going to be great when it comes to consistency is the body area, especially for the summertime. If you want just a little bit of coverage and make your skin look more perfected, that is something that will help you. Anyways, I will be back in the next couple of hours. I'm going to do some other stuff behind the scenes, aka edit my video, because I want this one to be posted as soon as possible, and some other things around the house, and I will be right back. Let's do the final check-in, and so far the creasing is minimal, foundation is still here. I can see my skin kind of starting to, after 6-7 hours, starting to kind of a peek through. And also don't forget, I did use this really lightweight technically translucent powder, which considering everything, it is really lightweight formula, both of the product. I'm loving when I'm seeing my skin feels really lightweight. I will do the water test as well. Overall, I'm so excited for this product. This may be something that I will be wearing a lot. Also, we do not have here, as far as I can see, we do not have SPF in this product. So make sure that you do use your SPF prior to the makeup. Either way, you should do that if you are planning on trying to save your skin from the direct sunlight. The ingredient that we have here is the blueberry. It is the one from Italy, I think, and that is something that gives the radiance, supposed to give the radiance for the skin. I'm not hoping for this base to, for this base to last, so I don't think this is going to be water friendly. But surprisingly, it didn't leave that much. I'm really surprised now. Wow, let's do some more. Wow. What is going on? I know my barrier was the Hourglass translucent powder, but still this looks really good. I am shocked. Honestly, I did not expect this. So this is good. It's not leaving like those, you know, big marks whenever, for example, if you cry or something, then you can literally clearly see the line. But yeah, nothing. Well, okay. This is good. This is great. Anyways, I am happy not to finish this video, but I'm just happy to have another great first impression review and to share this with you. And I cannot wait to test this. I'm trying to say 1,000 words at once. It's not working. Test this product and share it with you guys. It's been a long day, and yeah, I'm so happy to be able to share this with you. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe to this channel. It means a lot. It means the world to me. And also, I'm loving the community that we are having here and growing by the day. It means a lot. Also, before you leave, make sure to watch this video where I discuss brand new first impressions of the new Hourglass pressed powder. And without any further ado, I will finish this video and I will see you really soon in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.